All eyes on Doge. Big run up. To the moon. Whew. Doge still going up. All eyes on Doge. Still big run up. To the moon. Keep going up. Going up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Up. Movement in Doge. Dogecoin. Up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Up. Movement in Doge. Dogecoin. 42.6. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin.
Hey everybody, Kriss here. Welcome on a Thursday night. Yes, it's a late night live stream on Thursday. How's everybody doing? Little weakness in the market. We'll cover that. Doge is not holding 22 cents right now, so I've got some dip lines drawn, and I always say it's a buying opportunity, right? A buying opportunity because I am still bullish on Doge despite the pullback. Now, we did have this guy Knockstars yesterday predict 17-cent Doge for Friday. Of course, he is an ever bull. an ever bearish all the time. So you have to take that for what it is. But he didn't say mark my words. So, but nah, Knockstars is okay. He's all right. He's one of those bears that's like, he's accepted. Like him and Anthony, they're accepted. The others who are trolls, gone. I got some news to cover. Yes, I got some charts to cover. Yes, I'll get to all that. But let me see what's going on with you guys as we start on a late night, Thursday night, because I had this event to go to. Yeah, good food, good drink, good people, like all that. But I got home and I'm like, I'm relaxed now. So I can hang out with you guys. I would much rather Doge's price be up in the green, because we have a lot more fun on these live streams. But here we are. It is what it is. So let me scroll up and see who is all here in the chat. We do have Davin. Late crew or late early crew? Is the late early crew you were, Davin. And then Davin then gifted a KrissPax membership, and the Forks got it because he was early as well. So that was all done pre-stream. So maybe that's the trick, right? To get a gifted membership is to show up early, right? And you might get gifted a membership. You might. Jeffrey, how are you? Yep, look at the Forks. He is a member now. Awesome. What's up? Red Bull, Bones, KB. Yeah, it's Kriss After Dark. I should use one of those low, sexy voices, right? Remember Steven Steele? Steven used to do these late night streams, and he would just go past midnight and like 2 a.m. I could never stay up for those. I can't stay up that late. I don't know what happened to the guy, though. He's like, he was doing retarded news for a while, and then he disappears again. He can never stay consistent, that guy. So, but hey, you know I'm here. Hey, Christoph, how are you? EBT, all eyes on Doge. I know, Bruce. See what happens when you retire? Or close to retire, past your bedtime. The song should have woken you up, though, right? Get you dancing around, get the blood moving. I know it's late night. Orbison, how are you? Hi, Sherry. Welcome. Good evening. Doge 85.37. Well, 85.37 is better than 86.47. Did you guys see that? That was bad.
To who?
Oh, shut up, Siri. I didn't say you.
Okay, canceled.
What did I say?
Unfortunately, I'm unable to perform that task.
Goodbye, Siri.
Okay.
All of a sudden, my phone starts talking to me. I'm like, what? Here we go again. MB, Ron from Manila, Doge seems to increase when I'm here. Okay, Ron from Manila. Buy the dip. AF. Adam, how are you? Late crew? Yep, we are late. It's a late night. Late night. Cynthia, hello. Weather Girl is here. Cynthia talking Twitter integration and ETFs. We'll touch on that Twitter integration in just a little bit. I got a little something on it. Not that it's going to happen or anything, but a little something fun. Hey, Jay, how are you? How's that ledger? Did you get it all set up? Awesome. Pietro, hello. Jason. But then Jason's just going to go to bed because he's got to get some sleep. Joshua is camping in the middle of nowhere, but can't miss the live stream. Kevin holding strong. Thank you, Jason. Yep. My videos, I'm on a roll with my videos. Just good stuff going on. Good stuff. The event was great. Lots of good food. They give you these tickets. It's one of those places that has pour your own taps. So they just have a line of taps and you grab a mug and you put your little card into the little slot and then it just measures out by the fluid ounce. And typically when you pour, right, you pay for the ounce. But at the event, they give you a little ticket to get a free card and you just fill that baby up. You fill it up because someone else is paying. But that was good. That was good. So Jay got his ledger last night. Congratulations, Jay. He ordered the Ledger Nano S Plus on Saturday, received it last night, and it already contains all his Bitcoin. Look at that. Awesome, Jay. That is good. Yeah, my 50 Shades of Pax voice. Hey, Victor. Hey, Reba, welcome. Bruce, Monica's dancing around. See, that song starts up. You can't go to bed. You can't go to bed. Mark my words, all eyes on Doge. I like that, Joshua. Ooh. Yeah, all crypto's dropping. No real reason, exactly. Just taking out leverage, taking out more leverage. So you got the ledger. Doesn't matter how much Bitcoin you have, just move it over. That's all right. Use my link, thank you. That's all right. I just love spreading the word of good things. So that's what I like. You like the late night vibes? I don't know how much that glass actually held. It was a big glass. Filled it up twice. I got 2 tickets. Filled it up twice. You drank from all the taps? Just a little of this, a little of this, a little of that. That's awesome. Danny, hey, cheers. The Dogers. Galaxy's here. Awesome, everybody. So let's get into it. Doge right now at 21.96. So this is where we dipped on Tuesday to 21.80. And then just a little bit earlier this evening, we dropped to 21.50. Of course, here we were Wednesday morning at 24.50. 24.50 to 21.50. Not a good move over the past 2 days. I do not want to draw another line at 21 cents. I don't want to draw that line. I just want Doge to turn around and go back. And I know there's some of you I wanted to drop lower so I could buy at a lower price. I get that, but you had your chance over here last week. You had all your chance down here, 17 cents, 16 cents, and you didn't buy then. Is it going to come back down to that level? I mean, Knockstar says 17 cents. He was looking at this line and he was like, yeah, we're going to go back and revisit that line right there, 17 cents. And I'm like, that's a big ways to drop. But Bitcoin, again, Bitcoin has been going sideways since last Thursday. So that is a week of sideways action on Bitcoin. So that's why I said Bitcoin's flat, because it has just been flat at 103, because it was 103 a week ago after the move up from 96. Now, Knockstars will probably say, oh, Bitcoin's got to come down and revisit like 97, 96 there. If Bitcoin does that, Doge is dropping. Yes. Doge will follow Bitcoin down and probably will be worse. And that's what we saw today, because Bitcoin dropped here early this morning and Doge dropped harder. Bitcoin, though, midday decided to go on a little run. I think there was some buying going on, mostly from, some big company, institution, ETFs. I mean, they're buying, right? So Bitcoin goes back up. But Doge did not go up very far and then drop further. That's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. So the lead article is Bitcoin holding up while ETH, XRP, Dogecoin dip. But some trader says, don't get distracted by the short-term noise. That's all this is. It's just short-term. This is just the grind, right? The grind. Getting through it, and eventually we will go higher. So the global cryptocurrency market capitalization trading relatively flat. Bitcoin remains strong. Recent volatility is just short-term noise. So Trader Roman noted a healthy bounce in price, though he remains cautious, watching whether Bitcoin can hold the consolidation zone into next week. And we'll cover that tomorrow, like what's going to go on into the weekend. But it was this account called Don't Follow Shardy B If You Hate Money. I'm like, Shardy B? This is Shardy B too. Like I keep saying, looks good, don't get distracted by short-term noise. Okay, whatever. The account, not a fan of, but the message is a good message. It's a good message. But again, it's not just Dogecoin that has fallen back, though, because, XRP fell back as well. And probably a little bit harder. Because, again, Doge was at just 2180 on Tuesday, now hit 2150, but XRP from 243 and now down to 235 and dropping further. So bigger pullback actually happening on XRP right now. So there's some opportunities to buy on some dips if you wanted to get into some cryptos now. It's coming. Are they going to be bigger dips? Is it going to go deeper? It could. Again, we'll see what happens on a Friday and into the weekend. We could have one of those opportunities for lower prices. I don't know. If you're not sure and you've got $1,000 to spend on some crypto, you don't have to spend it all at once. Maybe you put in $500 tonight on a dip and then save the other for the weekend and see if it dips more. At least you're in at this price if you do. It doesn't have to be an all or nothing thing. That's all I'm saying. It doesn't have to be all or nothing. But meanwhile, Dogecoin consolidates with purpose. A breakout hints at a rally to 40 cents. So there's still a lot of bulls out there talking about, possible runs up. And of course, this is Trader Allen, and he's looking at this consolidation zone that we're in right now. And even his chart here has this dip coming down. Let's see if I can get it on a bigger scale here for you so you can see the chart here. Yeah, so this is what he's showing is, some volatility here. And then before the rip, it's a bigger dip is what he's showing. Maybe breaking to the downside and then rocketing up. Again, just one scenario. Typically wouldn't just go straight up like that, and it'll bounce back around quite a bit before it would reach 40 cents. But I get what Trader Allen is showing. I get it. Meanwhile, Dogecoin bulls contemplate a 300% increase after mimicking previous falling wedge pattern. And again, this is looking last November, which of course was all about the Trump election and Elon and Doge and all of that stuff, where Doge kind of went crazy. That doesn't mean that's going to happen again. So the 3x pump, again, not in the cards right now. So I just started 15 minutes ago, Nino. Late night tonight. A late night stream. I have not been on since 4 o'clock. No. No, I haven't. But then we have our friend Ali, who's like, look, this is a major area of resistance for Dogecoin. A breakout here could spark a new bull run. So again, highlighting this resistance zone, we got rejected. Doge is now right around 22 cents, floating below that resistance zone. So weren't able to get above it. But once we get above it, then 40 cents would be in the cards. But we just got to get through that gray area there that Ali has pointed out. This is actually a good chart. But that is the resistance zone there. Meanwhile, we have our Dogecoin wrapped Indy 500 car in Indianapolis. And it was racing around the track doing its test laps. It was hard to see the Dogecoin logo, though, when the car's going like 200 miles an hour, right? It was hard to see the Dogecoin logo. I admit that. You could see the colors, the yellow, the orange, the pink, and the purple. You could see the color, but you really couldn't see the Dogecoin. Maybe that's a good thing, right? Yeah, the blaze, right? Exactly, Monica. That was the blaze theme that we voted for. But you just can't see the Dogecoin logo. And I will just say, except for the pits, I don't want to see the Dogecoin logo. I don't want the car crashing or stopping. It's like, that's fine. Let's go. Let's go. And of course, somebody added some, characters to the picture, right? Added little characters. And then, of course, we have our friend Jason. That's right. We've got our friend Jason who's going to the Indy 500. It's going to be so cool to see Dogecoin racing around the track. So cheers to Jason and his upcoming trip to Indianapolis. He said he's going to be in the first turn, about 8 rows up. He's going to have a great view of the track. That's going to be awesome. Going to be awesome. What else is going on? Hey, we've got Jack Dorsey, the Twitter founder, pro Bitcoin, of course, saying small businesses can be their own bank using Bitcoin. And I say, no. No. Small businesses are not going to be transacting in Bitcoin because people are not going to be spending their Bitcoin. And I'm going to go to the Bitcoin conference in 2 weeks, and all they're going to be talking about is Bitcoin as a store of value. And there'll be some people talking about Bitcoin, like Jack, right? Like using it as current. No one wants to spend their Bitcoin. I mean, even Jay, right? Jay gets his ledger, and what's the first thing he does? He sends all his Bitcoin to his cold wallet, right? His hardware wallet for long-term keeping, because he's not going to spend his Bitcoin. No, that's what Dogecoin is for. Dogecoin is a better transactional cryptocurrency than Bitcoin. There's no doubt about that. So that's what I'm here to talk about. And that's what I'll be talking about at the Bitcoin conference. And we'll just see what happens. I'm going to have fun with it. I'll have fun with it. But no, Doge Empire says, look, I'm sure most small business owners would say they need fast and cheap transactions. BTC is great as a store of value, but I think it's time many realize it's not built for global currency. That's where Doge enters the stage. Let's go.
All eyes on Doge. Big run up to the moon. Whew. Doge still going up. All eyes on Doge. Still big run up to the moon. Keep going up. Going up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Upward movement in Doge. Dogecoin. Up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Upward movement in Doge. Dogecoin. 42.69. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin.
That's awesome. Let's go. On a late night, we're dancing to Dogecoin. But look, here's what Doge Tipping says. X money. Now, I don't know if Twitter X is going to integrate Dogecoin. But if it does, can you imagine on the X app, you can have donations, you can have games, you can have tips, you can have Shopify, right? And you can spend your Doge, not just for laughs. It works. Dogecoin. People would do this. They're not going to do that with Bitcoin. They're not going to do it with Bitcoin. It's Dogecoin. So that's what we got tonight. We got liquidations happening. A lot of ETH. Big ETH. Look at 24 hours. ETH, $118 million in leverage, wiped out. Bitcoin, about 71 million. Doge, about 18 million. But it's ETH still. ETH, they're big bets on ETH. And they're getting wrecked. So that's what we got, guys. What is going on in the chat? I can get caught up now. Bum, 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 bum. That song legit woke me up. Yes. And says, Doge is still at a bargain price. Load up or you'll be sorry. 4-hour bull flag looks nice setting up. Yeah, that's what Trader Allen was looking at that. He was looking at that. This bull flag pattern here. I can draw it too. Something like that. There you go on the 4-hour. Ready to break out, move higher. DB, good evening. Doug says, opportunity only knock on the door for so long. Yeah, because what happens? Next thing you know, it's 30-cent Doge, and people are going, why didn't I buy at 22? Bitcoin is flat. This is our chance to go. Come on, Doge, wake up. It's kind of flattening out, though. Petruchio, I always appreciate your analysis. Positively holding what I've got. Buy more on the dips. Awesome. Doge is on sale when it drops. No fear. Doge equals money. Stock, boom. Remember when I was at 48, people were saying they were going to wait until it was 21 to buy back. He said it's not going back. Is that because he thought we were in the parabolic phase? At 48, yeah. I mean, nobody was predicting Dogecoin to come down to 20 cents from 48. But that's how the markets work, right? Yeah, I remember. Somebody in the chat might have said, I'm going to buy back in at 21. And I might have said, yeah, that's not going to happen. Absolutely could have said that. But yeah, that was kind of that euphoric phase there where Doge is pumping, everything's going great. Yep. Nino here. I've got 6,900 burning a hole in my pocket. How would you go about it? You want to allocate to different cryptos? Is that what you want to do? Nothing wrong with Dogecoin and Bitcoin. But if you want to take a little bit of that and throw it at something else, small part, maybe. Ali's right maybe half the time. Maybe. Is Bitcoin a store of value? It's going to drop 75% in the bear market. I don't think it's going to drop there again. I don't think we're going to see a 75% drop in Bitcoin again. We're just having fun, Cynthia. Is it a decent time to buy Doge? We always say, look for the red candles, look for the dips, right? Let's see if it drops below 2150. Because right now, the market is still weak. This hasn't traded up very far to sort of confirm a move back up. So I still see a lot of weakness here. Bitcoin's at 1037. It did move up higher, and now it's like tailing back down a bit. I don't know. No, not really moving. It's just flat. Bitcoin's just flat. So now if Bitcoin starts to move down and comes back and retests 101, yeah, then Doge might be down in the lower 21s. So we'll be watching that. We got lots of fans in the chat, Stock. Lots of fans. CDC got some of that 21-cent Doge. DAR went insane today. It's being delisted from Coinbase tomorrow. Isn't it crazy how people trade? Unbelievable. Something that's going to get delisted all of a sudden gets bought up like crazy. It goes nuts. Oh, I hope all those DAR gains start rolling into Doge. Yeah, take your profit from DAR and buy Doge. Exactly. Christoph reminds everybody to like, and if you haven't already subscribed, just subscribe to the channel. Appreciate that. Hey, New World, how are you? The bears are saying 10 cents. Yeah, mark my words. That's what they were saying. I don't see that happening. 100% Doge. On Reddit, Ali is the Kramer of Dogecoin. Oh, God. Is he really? God. He likes his black and white charts, though, doesn't he? He likes those black and white charts. So he must have this custom setting that he saves on TradingView. So he quickly makes these black and white things. Hey. He's the only one who does it that I know of, so he's making money on X as a content creator, just pushing out chart after chart after chart. Payday tomorrow. I need Doge to go down a little bit more so I can buy more. Maybe you'll get that Friday dip, Nye. Mostly I'm bullish because of the ETFs and integration. The stuff that House of Doge is doing that's going to be building over the summer, and the ETFs. Those are two big events. So yeah, I just don't see Doge crashing with those two big events coming up. And all of the big institutional support of Bitcoin, just keeping Bitcoin slowly and steadily growing. That to me, that means I don't see Doge now dropping. So at a minimum, Doge is going to do what it's doing today, right? Bitcoin's flat, Doge dips a little, but no huge drops. So yeah. The rich got a massive tax break today. I didn't see that, CDC. I don't know what is that. I mean, it's not today. I don't think anything has passed yet, but I think there's something within the tax bill that might help the rich more than others, maybe the SALT tax, but I don't know exactly. Yeah, Trader Allen makes a lot of nice charts. They look really nice. He's got nice, pretty colors, and they're just not very realistic. But he's good at pumping out good charts, and a lot of them are Doge charts, so we show them. I hope we see mania in the markets like 2021. I missed that time. We had it a bit in November. We did have that. But yeah, if it can get extended out, let's say September through November or something, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. Imagine how much money Robinhood would have lost if they had left Solana on their platform. People sold the pump, bought the bottom of Doge. Again, it was just Robinhood just bowing to the SEC and the banks like they do, playing it safe. Ali is an AI agent. F1, how are you? Stopping in to say hello. Hey, work was good. Best part was the work event after work. Nice food, nice drinks. Had a good time. That was fun. Walmart announcing price hikes from Trump tariffs. Coinbase hack FUD. Yeah, the Coinbase thing is odd. I know Rob, Digital Asset News, he carried it a little bit earlier. If any of you saw his live stream, he kind of went into the detail of it. Just seems odd that Coinbase knew about it from months ago and didn't say anything until the hackers came out and tried to demand a ransom. And Brian was like, yeah, no, we're not doing ransom. In fact, we're going to sick the feds on you now that you're demanding a ransom, instead of when they actually detected that information. They basically got a bunch of people's private information, names, phone numbers, email addresses, not like hacking people's actual crypto. That's what I understand. And with that information, they can then send you things like, the message that I happened to just get, because I did get a text message, and it said, a new request to reset your Coinbase password has been made. If this was not you, please reach out to us. And they give a phone number. And I'm like, no, Coinbase would never do that. Never click on a text message that says something like that. Never, ever, ever click on that. Coinbase is not going to reach out to you in a text message, right? That's probably from the hacker right there. And as soon as you click that button, right, they got you. So do not click. Do not click. But yeah, I got one. In fact, it was today at 12 o'clock. A new request to reset your Coinbase password has been made. If this was not you, please reach out to us. Yeah, no. No, no, no. So be careful out there, everybody. The hackers and the scammers will, I mean, they're getting more and more sophisticated all the time. As Rob likes to say, the trick about investing in crypto is keeping your crypto, right? It's not just like buying low and selling high, but it's keeping it while you're holding it, because there's a lot of people out there that would like to get their grubby little fingers on your crypto, and they're working really hard to do it. So be careful out there. Two-factor authentication, like all that stuff, it works. Do it. I mean, I have to admit, you know, for 2 years, I had a lot of money in crypto. And every once in a while, stuff would start happening, and I was just like, oh, shit, what? I got to protect my crypto. Ledger is a good way to do it. But even then, you're like worried, Ledger Live, like all that. I mean, it doesn't go away, but keeping a lot of crypto on an exchange like Coinbase, not a good idea. If you've got like $1 million of crypto and it's sitting in your Coinbase account, not a good idea. Knicks in 6, maybe, James. Celtics played a good game last night without Tatum. They actually passed the ball around. So if they play that kind of basketball again, they could beat the Knicks in the Madison Square Garden. We'll see. Redskins, how are you? Been a while. Life's been busy. How's everyone been? It's good. Just started the process of buying a new house. Need Doge to pump so I can get my new backyard kitchen. All right, good luck. Congrats on the new house coming. Come on, Doge. If I'd only taken Kriss's not financial advice, I'd be sitting on the beach on a faraway island sipping a Mai Tai. Hey, I just told you what I was doing and talked about wealth building. That's all. Leap of faith to go in. Slow and steady gain is better than a pump and dump. Agreed. Looks like Doge is starting to turn around here. It's trying to confirm a move up. Bitcoin's up over 104 now. So, yep, that's not bad. It's actually not, that's not exactly true, Star Oblivion. Litecoin and Solana ETFs aren't delayed. It's just they came to their first sort of action date, and the SEC passed it on to the next one. 21 shares, Doge ETF is going to go through the same thing. After 90 days, SEC will look at it. They won't approve it. They'll pass it on. It's the same thing. So it's not really delayed. It's just part of the process. Like I always said, all these ETFs, SEC most likely is going to take the full 240 days, just like they did with Bitcoin. The same thing happened with Bitcoin ETFs. So I think we're going to see that. Litecoin, Solana, XRP, Doge. Personally, I hope Litecoin and Dogecoin get approved and Solana and XRP do not. Because Solana and XRP are not proof of work cryptos. They're tokens, little questionable distribution of tokens, like all that stuff. I don't know if the SEC is going to look at that, though. That would be interesting. I think the news came out after the Coinbase pump, because the Coinbase pump was based on Coinbase getting listed in the S&P 500. And then the news came out that there was a hack. So yeah, F1. So again, my $1.80 was based on Dogecoin getting integrated into X. That's what I said on the video. It needs a catalyst to get to that price. And I said this fall, if Dogecoin gets integrated onto X, that's the kind of price we'll see. So there was a caveat to it. It wasn't like Doge is definitely going to $1.80 no matter what. No, there's a kicker there. But if nothing happens with Doge, no ETFs, no Tesla, no X, no nothing, Doge isn't going over $1. It needs that kind of catalyst to go running up. You got that text as well? You locked your account? I didn't do anything with my account. It's like, it's just a stupid text. Yo, milkman. I never click links. Exactly. Coinbase is now warning people to watch out for those kind of scams. I saw it earlier today. Hurry, call us. We're here to help. Honest. You're looking at buying some Ondo? We looked at that the other day. Somebody asked about Ondo. We did look at that. It's just under $1 now. So yeah, sub $1 Ondo. Looks like it dipped down as low as 95 cents here. A little bit earlier today. I've received 2 texts similar a couple weeks ago. Clicked nothing. Send it to trash. Exactly. Coinbase isn't going to reach out to you like that. Yeah, the Department of Government Efficiency thing. Just because you're using the word Doge. That's it. Hey, Oscar. Coinbase and Robinhood keep crypto in dark storage. Those exchanges are impossible to steal your crypto. I know, but if the hackers get into your account, whether it's through a phone hack, right? SIM card swap, or somehow get your email and password, and you don't have 2FA on, like you don't have a Google Authenticator, they can get into your account. And once they're in your account, they can sell your crypto. That's why you got to have 2FA on, got to have that Google Authenticator on, because they can sell your crypto once they're in your account, and then they'll start transferring the Tether off, or USDC. They'll transfer it off, and there's nothing you can do about it. Yeah, Giordani, it's a late night live stream tonight. My stock portfolio, can you see it? No, you can't see it. It's kind of split up amongst a bunch of different apps. But I can tell you what's in there. Got a little NVIDIA. I'm in the middle of a swing trade on Megal. I'm actually out of the trade now, waiting for Megal to come down a little bit more. I've got some GME. I got some Apple. I got some Coinbase. And I think I still have a little bit of Givo, and that's about it on my stocks. That's about it. I got a lot more crypto than stocks. And then I've got a whole 401k plan, but that's all in a Russell and Vanguard, just following the market. I don't have individual stocks held in those. Where's the financial advisor 8-ball? Right here, Danny. 8-ball is always handy. Waiting for a good question. The ledger is great. It's tax reporting gets a whole lot trickier. Yep. That's why I use a spreadsheet, and I just note on my spreadsheet when I move crypto to Ledger or Exodus and then move it back, so I keep track of where that crypto is. I just do it with spreadsheets. You like paper wallets, Corso? The Doge wallet generator. Good for you. I think today people are, the newer traders will probably never do paper wallets because that's more old school kind of stuff. But that's good. When Kriss starts buying, that was the bottom. When he sells, we hit the top. Well, I didn't quite sell at the top. I got some 42-cent Doge, and then the rest of it was at 31 in January, 31, 32, right in there, before I could sense that the tariffs were not going to help, and the price was going to go down lower. And I still had a few more weeks before I was closing on my house, and I was going to squeeze out a little more profit. But on January 31st, it was like, nope, not going to happen. So that's when I took all the profits I needed to for all the crypto I was going to sell to buy the house. And that wasn't the top. But I did buy in at 13.8 cents earlier this month on the big dip, and then some more at 17 cents on that next dip. So El Compa, I've talked about the AI things before, and the thing I still don't understand is, why do they need a crypto token? I don't get it. What's the point? Now, Render was originally set up to be GPUs that would be used for running, like, I don't know, running software when it's not being used or something. So it wasn't really AI. And near, I mean, there's fetch AI, there's others. That's like, what do they actually do that's AI? So I don't get that. So I mean, AI was kind of all the thing last year. Does that mean they'll pump again this year? I don't know. I don't know. Let's go. The Moodang gang is here telling me to go to bed. Dude, get a life. No, I'm not buying a Tesla. Oh, you're asking if I hold Tesla stock. No, I sold it all. I sold all my Tesla stock. Oh, I got a good price on that. I sold it at $430. And I bought it at like 110. And it's all went into the house too. Yeah, in the port. Got it. Yes, I sold the Tesla stock. So that was almost a full 4x, 400% gain on my Tesla stock. But yep, I sold it. It's all in the house now. You got the same text. Yeah, they got people's phone numbers. And so they're sending out these text messages. Yep, just block it. Daryl does some Doge, but he's all XRP now. Mostly XRP. But he does some Doge still. But yeah, I mean, it's just unrealistic. Nice guy. He's having fun, living life, you know. Awesome. But yeah, not really realistic at all. A put option on NVIDIA sounds pretty appetizing. Yeah, what do you think is going to happen with NVIDIA? The news now is like with Trump's big meetings in the Mideast, like the UAE is going to order like billions of NVIDIA chips is what it sounded like. Ever since the ETH update, I can definitely tell the difference in speed and fees. Moved ETH network tokens from Coinbase to Uphold and Tangent. Yeah, so I don't know what's happening with like those layer twos, like Arbitrum and Optimism. They've been pumping, but if ETH is going to be able to be a little bit easier, we'll see. The Coinbase hack weakened the market. Yeah, Jay, we'll see how long that news sort of plays out. What happens tomorrow with Coinbase on that. And B, you want those L9s. You want 12 of them? All for Doge? Mining Dogecoin. Yeah, I'm just like, my electricity is so expensive here in Boston. Yeah, I'm not going to ask the 8-ball for a put option on Tesla. I appreciate the question, but yeah. Your taxes shouldn't be too hard if you stay true to your account. Don't buy 10,000 Doge, then come back with 75,000 worth much more. IRS will audit you for all those trades. I don't know what's going to be the kicker for getting audited. I mean, they must be able to tell when they look at, or some AI or something gets flagged on tax returns. So I don't know. I mean, if you've got Robinhood, Coinbase, and you stick with those, and they send those 1099s or whatever, the IRS will have a record, and if that doesn't match up with your tax return, then you'll get audited. But if you got a bunch of other crap on there from all these, DeFi platforms, all that pump.fun crap, I don't know how they're going to decide like who they're going to audit on that. You were doubtful about the Celtics. And what did I say, right? If they play basketball, pass the ball around, they're going to win. And they did. Now that was on Celtics' home floor. Now they go to New York tomorrow. Might not be as easy. And New York knows what's coming now. So series might be over tomorrow, but I'm still rooting for them. Yeah, Frank, you have the faith in the future of Doge. That's all. What's worse, a 9-to-5 or looking at your portfolio every minute? Yeah, some people like their jobs. I happen to like my job. I like it. I like the people I work with. I like the stuff I'm doing. I get to go to fun parties and events like I had tonight or earlier, late afternoon into the evening. It's pretty good. Yeah, George becomes a Doge lover when Doge is going up. And then all of a sudden he's a Doge lover. But the rest of the time, yeah, he hates Doge. I've noticed that about George. But yeah, if Doge is going up in price, he'll love Doge. Buy NVIDIA and then buy Doge with the profits. You're just an idiot, Mudang. You're just an idiot. I say we ask the 8-ball if we should buy the Doge's next dip. Now that's one I can ask. All right, Magic 8-ball. Should we buy the next Dogecoin dip? Should we buy the next Dogecoin dip? And it says, oh, we got to turn it around this way. Can't even see it. It says ask again. Can't see what the first word is at the top because the thing is tilted a little bit. Something, so ask again. So we'll have to wait on that. You think Trump is meeting with Putin somewhere? Because the last I saw, Trump was on Air Force One and he was not happy that Putin didn't show up in Turkey. And he said, the only way the war is going to end is if I meet with him. Does that all of a sudden mean that there's going to be some secret meetup? I don't know. I don't know. I had Solana early in the last bull run, sold it for profit, and then bought Cardano. I still made a 4x on Cardano, but I could have made a 10x on Solana if I kept the Solana. So it goes. I didn't like Solana. I don't like Solana anyway. And who knew that that whole pump on Solana was going to be on the backs of all of those crap tokens being created on pump.fun? You hear James from Invest Answers just going on and on and on about the volume of Solana, blah, blah, blah. And most of it is just pump.fun. That's what they're making money on, is pump.fun. Yeah, 22.2 Doge. Are we going back up? And now we're up to 22.4. So it looks like we're starting to confirm a reversal here to go back up. And Bitcoin is now up to 104.2. So we're starting to see some green in the market tonight. So he's going to make a secret stop in Turkey and end the war. You think they're texting? Trump and Putin are texting back and forth. Well, look at that, 22.5 now for Doge. Yes. For those wanting to buy on the dip, I don't know. Could we see on Friday a lower dip? I'm about 80% crypto, 20% stocks right now. I used to be like 95% crypto or 90%, but it's about 85 crypto now. I don't know, since I've already taken profits on most of my crypto, what I'm holding now is probably a longer term hold. I mean, if Doge goes crazy in the fall and gets to $1, maybe I'll sell half the Doge and roll that into something else. Maybe Bitcoin, maybe stocks, maybe do some more swing trading of stocks, because that's kind of fun. I don't know. I don't have a plan right now. I already achieved my plan this bull market. So from here on, it's all just gravy to me. All eyes on Doge. Let's go. The closer Trump gets to Turkey, the higher Doge goes up. Think he's going to Turkey, huh? Are people saying that on X? Is that like, is this a thing? I don't know. I don't see anything happening here. Oh, we got another Trader Allen Doge chart. I haven't seen this one yet. Dogecoin recently found support in the fib 0.382 to 0.5 zone. And it just dipped into that area and then rebounded. Let's see how it goes. So there's a pattern here that seems to be repeating from late April, early May, and now we're repeating it again with these fib lines. 0.5, 0.382, 0.5, 0.382, 0.5, 0.382. Interesting. Huh. Yeah, so he's snapping the dip low to the high. The dip low to the high. Yeah. Kind of interesting. Little repeat of a pattern. I might cover this in my video tomorrow morning. Take a closer look at that. But yeah, that's kind of interesting. Hey, sometimes those fib lines work out. I look at Doge. Yeah, Doge coming back up. I'm a visionary. Trump's going to end the war tomorrow. I would love it if he does. Loving the night stream? Yep. Had to come on. Loving the night stream. A lot of analysts are saying a dip back to 19 cents is going to happen. But hey, when are analysts right anyway? Exactly. Do you have a little dry powder just in case, though? A little dry powder just in case. To the moon. Hey, that green is looking good on you, Forks. For those that don't know, there was a gifted membership at the beginning of the chat, or the early crew before the stream started in the chat, and the Forks got the free membership. I'm bullish on a June rate cut. Isn't it like 95%? Still no rate cut? Isn't it still like 95%? Let's see what the CME Fed Watch tool says. Into 33 days, the next FOMC meeting, and the survey says 91%. It's come down a little. It's 91% now, with an 8% chance of a 25 basis point rate cut. So, interesting. Well, we'll see if that changes. We'll see if that changes. I agree with that, Parker. It's crazy to think Bitcoin's only 5% away from new all-time highs. And nobody's talking about it. That's right. It's just like, yeah, Bitcoin 104, no big deal. Bitcoin isn't seeing any crazy movement, though, either. I mean, it's just, again, for a week, it's been right at this level for a whole week here. A little dip, reclaim back up, but not any big moves. I don't know if Doge is just going to like say, okay, this is good. And then it's going to like, you know, come down and maybe drop lower overnight. I mean, this is still kind of a weak looking chart. Nothing is confirmed yet for a move up. This could turn around and just drop lower still. So that is still out there. There's been 30,000 Doge in donations. That is awesome. That's this car. Dogecoin. Now we can go back to the original one without the other little dogs on it. So yeah, Devlin DeFrancesco is accepting Doge donations and is donating that money to a local hospital charity for preemies, which is awesome. That is awesome. 30,000 Doge so far has been donated. Whatever the influencers are saying, do the opposite. Ooh, am I an influencer? What am I saying? Yusuf is asking me, when do you think I should sell? You bought at 22? It's at 22. Hey, you're in the green. It's at 22.5. I don't know. It's right. It's still bouncing around in this area. I have no confirmation one way or the other right now. I would ask you, though, you're asking me, when do I sell? So what is your plan and what is your goal? So everybody's got a plan and a goal. Is it just to make a lot of money in as short a term time as possible? Then you shouldn't be talking about selling right now. If you just bought at 22 cents, what are you up? Maybe $10, $20 at 22.5? That's not a lot of money. The nice thing about trading crypto is if you hold it long enough, you can make a lot more money. You just have to wait till it goes up a lot. And that can take time. So you're talking about, hey, when do I sell? And it's just like, so what's your plan and what's your goal? Think about that. Are you looking just for a short-term sell? Yeah, well, major resistance is exactly what Ali is saying up here. 25 to 27 cents. So if it comes back up to 25, there you go. That's what I would look for. Not financial advice. But Ali's right. I mean, that's it. You know, I zoom out on my chart and it's like, yep, 25 cents. That's it. It's hit it twice. Hit it on May 10th, hit it again on May 12th. If it gets to 25 cents again, there you go. Poly market is bearish on rate cuts anytime soon. Yeah. People are not betting against the Fed and Jerome Powell. Yeah, I'm not moving. My family is here. My friends are here. We're all here in Boston. So I know taxes are less. Cost of living is less. I don't know anybody in North Carolina. Nobody except Bill Belichick. He's the only person I know in North Carolina is Bill Belichick. And I don't even know him personally. Him and his 25-year-old girlfriend. It's like, they're in North Carolina. That's all I know. I don't know what you're asking, Derek. I'm not quite sure what you're asking. Hreng, my answer to you about this summer, bull or bear, is neither. It's going to be in between. It's not going to be full bull. It's not going to be full bear. It's going to be in between. We're going to have a lot more of this. Up and down, up and down, up and down. Little dip, little run, little dip, little run. That's going to be the summer. And gifted a membership, Mr. T. Mr. T is now a member. Congratulations. Thank you for your generosity, N. Appreciate that. Awesome. If we want altcoin season, you see, I don't know if we're going to get a true altcoin season this time. I just don't. We're not flush with extra cash. Now, if we get tax cuts, Some states, New York is going to send out some little stimmy checks to its residents. But like nationwide and worldwide, there's just not, people aren't flush with money like they were 4 years ago. I don't know if we're going to get a real alt season. Yeah, that's about it. Hit here. Those are my big things. This summer, up and down, some dips, some runs, but nothing big. And then the fall, that's when I'm predicting a nice bull run would be the fall for crypto. Stocks, it'll be all right. Can we look at the alt season, Bitcoin season chart? Alt season, Bitcoin season. Does CoinGlass show that? They show the Bitcoin dominance, heat map, fear and greed, MACD, Bitcoin rainbow chart. I thought that CoinGlass had an alt season, Bitcoin season chart. I'll just go to Google. Alt season, Bitcoin season chart. CoinGlass. Altcoin season index. No, that's not the one. Nah. I know which one you're asking for. There it is. Yeah, it's on this blockchain center. We're still over at 22, which is more on Bitcoin season side. That's where we are. Nowhere near alt season. We had a touch of alt season when Doge was at 48 cents back at the end of November into early December. And that was it. So yeah, we're still Bitcoin season now. Interesting. I think a lot of the Dogecoin addresses that have been added are based on Doginals with NFTs and other things that are mucking up the Dogecoin blockchain. So yeah. Hey, Jackson. Yep. Late night tonight. I had an event earlier. Hey, there's the cat. Look at that. My house background is not a green screen. It's an actual thing with a cat. Hey, buddy. What you doing? Pax cat. Hey, buddy. Yeah. The cat is back. How did your phone not tell you you were live? I don't know. YouTube is really weird about that whole thing of sending out notifications. Love the late night stream. It's fun to do it every now and then. I'm a storyteller in a good way. Okay, I'll take that. Grok tonight. Given this, my prediction is that X could start accepting Dogecoin payments in Q4 2025, aligning with the expected X money launch. Well, I am smarter than Grok. F1. I am smarter than Grok. X money will launch and it will not have Dogecoin. Right. It's where you buy in. When's the parabolic move? Do you take profits or you do hold through another whole bear market? Yeah, if you're trying to swing trade, Yusuf, good luck. I get you, Francisco. I get you. But even if you cash out all your crypto, I kind of think you'll be back because you'll never totally be out, right? Yeah, you'll have sold it all, but eventually you're going to come back. You're going to buy back in at a lower price. You know, bear market will come and you'll still have your eye on the price and you'll be like, wow, I can make more money if I buy in, and then you'll be back. Sean, my strategy is to sell at a different price point if it reaches each of the two I have in mind. And then leave around 20,000 Doge in it for that dollar mark. Yeah, always good idea to have just a little bit there just in case. Christian's listening on the road. Yep, I think June to August will be flat. Up and down. There'll be some dips. There'll be some little rips, but overall, not expecting that. The parabolic move is how they create FOMO for retail. We definitely will have alt season. Well, I hope so. I certainly hope so. Hey, Annika, you thought there was an emergency. But yeah, I let everybody know I was going to be late. And here I am. The event was good, though. It was fun. Who cares about alt season? I need Doge season. Dogecoin season. Forget about those other alts. Where will we be if Bitcoin hits 115K? That's not really a big move from here. That's like 10%. So 10% of Doge right now is like, what, 2.5 cents? So we'll be back to 25 cents. All things being equal. Bitcoin goes to 115K, new all-time high, and Doge is at 25 cents. That's it. Thoughts on Webull? Hey, Mars, how are you? Webull. So there's Webull Pay where you can trade crypto, and they are now changing to have Coinbase be their market, which is kind of weird that you would use Webull to trade on Coinbase, but that's how they're going to do it now. I don't know. But for stocks, it's fine. They have pretty good looking charts. Better than Robinhood's stupid little charts, unless you do Robinhood Legend. I haven't even looked at it. Because I just use TradingView for all my charts. I like the Webull app, when the computer app for stock charts. That's pretty good. Separate from the trading app. I mean the app that you put up on your computer screen. I've shown that a number of times. That's pretty good. And then for like $1 a month, you can pay to actually see the bid and the ask prices, like all of that stuff. That's pretty good. So I like it for all of that. And that's where I hold my Apple stock and my GameStop. And where I used to have Tesla. I cashed out the Tesla. Yep, Pax Cat in the house. The race cars look so much faster with the Dogecoin logo on it. Yeah, but again, I was watching the video of the Dogecoin car going around the track the other day, and you couldn't even see the Dogecoin logo because the camera tracks the car, but it's like it's zoomed out so far you can't even tell that it's a Dogecoin logo on the side. You can't even tell. All you see are kind of the colors. But hey, it's a Dogecoin themed car anyway. What's up, Bull Run? Yeah, late night stream. A 2x in June? That's not what I'm calling for, Corso. I think kind of up and down, but you like the late night streams better? Yeah, some people do. X Money won't have Dogecoin totally integrated because they won't have the licenses to be able to do that with digital assets. That's why. They're called these money transmitter licenses, and there's digital ones. And they don't have the digital ones except for like 2 states that gave them a combination of fiat and digital, like Rhode Island was one of the states. But my understanding is for other states, you have to make a separate application for digital assets. And X hasn't done that. So that's why I say. I'll be swing trading all my Doge. Next run up. Swing, baby, swing. Right, Cat? You swinging? And he's up on the shelf over on the side there now, looking down at me like, what? Yep, climbing the bookshelves. Exactly. That's what he's doing. He looks so proud of himself. He's just like, yeah, I'm just hanging out up here. If Doge goes to $1, can you throw a party to do a meet and greet? Yes, Francisco. And I've already talked about it. It's going to be right here in Boston. I've been talking about it for 4 years. Still waiting for that dollar Dogecoin. But yes, I'm throwing a party, doing a meet and greet. Good night, Monica. Good night, Bruce. Yep, dollar party in Boston. Oh, F1, that's awesome. You believe me over Grok. The Weeble stock ticker. They actually trade, Mars? I have no idea. I didn't know Weeble even had a stock. Never heard of it. Weeble Corporation, called Bull. It's on NASDAQ. Well, it's dropping. Look at that. Are you wanting to buy in on the dip here down at $12? Or are you in it already? Because that's not a good looking chart this week. That's the first thing I saw was like, ouch. 33% drop from last Thursday. That's 1 week of trading, 33% down. That doesn't look good, Mars. So are you looking to buy in on the dip? Ah, yes, sir. Okay. This has done nothing. Big run here back in April, and then it has just gone down. I mean, this looks like a stupid meme token chart here. Is what this is. For the past month, this is traded down like a meme token. $12. So what was it before the big run? $10. Yeah, it looks like AMC stock, doesn't it? Exactly. I don't know what caused this pump here last month, but if I was going to buy this, I would wait for $10 back where it was before the big pump, not 12, because you're going to lose 20% more possibly, or 16% more. That's what I would look at, like $2 less, from 12.30 down to like 10.30, somewhere in there. But again, I don't know what all this was about. I didn't even know they had their own stock that was trading. But that's a crazy move, up to $72. And then to crash all the way down to 12. Wow. Looks like there was a lot of trading here. May 5th, May 7th, May 9th on these little pumps here. And then from last Thursday, it just dropped 33%. I think I'll just buy Dogecoin. I don't know about this. I don't know about this stock. Huh. But I can see why you're looking at it. It's interesting, right? Well, good luck. Nope, I don't think that's going to be the top. I don't. I sold the Doge to buy the house. Now I have the house. I still have other Doge that's invested that I'm waiting for the... I've equated this run to 2017 when there were two big bull runs that were separated by quite a bit. This 2025 bull run, which started early in late 2024, is going to have a second big run. And I think that's going to be this fall. That's what I'm setting my sights on, is that. Doge is not always down versus Pepe and Sheep. Doge is rugging. That's really your name? Doge is rugging? Really? I know, right, Kilmer? Good night, Glittery. You're thinking that's a good buy? Market cap compared to Robinhood. Looks like AMC stock. You don't own any of it yet, Mars, but maybe. Yeah, I think so, Nismo. Just being a troll. Hold. I mean, it's just kind of, like I said in this morning's video, right? Doge is pretty much range bound here between 22 and 25. And I don't see it trading out of this anytime soon right now. You're just saying things that aren't true. So Dogecoin whales have purchased 100 million Doge in the last 24 hours, as opposed to this troll who says they've dumped a ton of money, which is incorrect. I would not want to be the mayor of Boston. No. No. I could not deal with all that crap. I don't like Woo at all, and I hope Kraft wins next time and Woo is out. Like, people, everybody, like the stream, please. Become mayor, make Dogecoin an official payment, and retire. No, thank you. Yeah, see, Neo's got it, right? I bought a house with Doge. Great move. And I'm like, why would I want the headache of some political position like a mayor? No thanks. I made my money. I'm good. Now it's just all fun. It's all bonus from here. Bitcoin needs to cross 110, be a new all-time high. That'll be awesome. It's hanging at 104. So it needs to break up right now short term to 105. Not there yet. Oz is bullish. I'm bullish too. I'm still, I mean, we could still see a pullback a little bit more. We haven't done anything yet. Still in the 22s. Until we establish back the 23s again, this kind of move down is still in play. I used to be a Democrat, and then the Dems just kept moving farther and farther left. So I'm now can it be a left-leaning Republican? Is there such a thing? Yeah, I actually changed my party affiliation to Republican. But there are some things in the Republican platform I don't agree with. But that's the way it is. When will we get back to 30? I know, Joshua, right? When are we going to get back to 30? It'd be nice if we got it by the end of the month. It's the 15th today, halfway through. $3 Doge Bull Run says, let's get to $1 first. You know I say this. Let's get to $1 first. I'd love $3 Dogecoin. I know you would too, now that you've bought a bunch of Doge again. But we wait. Yeah, I've never admitted that before on stream, but yes. In Massachusetts, I'm a minority. I'm a big minority in Massachusetts because it's so woke here. It's so woke. You're narrowly down the middle, leaning the Republican side. Yeah, the middle used to be a lot different than what it is now. A stock of mine had a bad earnings today. Should I consider it a buying opportunity to present more issues than necessary? I don't know. If your long-term outlook of the stock is still good, you believe in the company, then you, buy a little more on the dip. A Canadian online banking platform just added Popcat, Whiff, and Fartcoin. Awesome. Awesome. Good to see you. D. Right. Money is not Republican or Democrat. Money is money. But it comes to a point where I just could no longer associate myself with the Democratic Party after all the mess the past 4 years. I was like, nope. Yep, got back to 22 cents. Now at 22.5. See if we can hold up here. What is the only cryptocurrency you know is the best? Dogecoin. You know, if Doge does get integrated onto X with X money, which again, probably won't have Doge on day one. Got to be ready for that. But Doge would be perfect. Donations, tips, Shopify is going to be integrated into X payments, X money, and you could just use Doge for all of that. That would be awesome. Bullish, but a little nervous. I get that. Dogecoin now accepted at Lowe's for your home improvement needs. Really? Didn't see that. Lowe's, Dogecoin. Lowe's has announced that they are now accepting Dogecoin for payments, according to a recent post on X by a user named Doge God. This means customers can use Dogecoin to purchase home improvement items. It looks like you have to buy the gift card. No, now this says it can't be purchased using Dogecoin. Lowe's does not accept crypto, but BitRefill provides a workaround by allowing you to purchase a Lowe's gift card with crypto. So yes, you got to go through a gift card. They don't accept Dogecoin directly. That's what I thought. You have to buy a gift card. Yeah. Nice thought though. Doge God, I don't think has all the details right. Do I have any XRP? Yes, I do. It's in the KrissPax DCA portfolio. It was not my idea to buy the XRP. It was somebody else's idea. Here's the portfolio right here. It's got Doge. There's not this much Doge left anymore because I gave most of that away. But I just keep the 75,000 here on this portfolio chart just to see how the overall portfolio is doing from when I first bought it. For those that don't know, I bought $10,000 worth of crypto 2 years ago. That crypto, if I had kept it all, would now be worth $31,700. In it, I still have all this other crypto, including this Bitcoin, which we bought at $26,900, and XRP that we bought at 58 cents. This is all the XRP I own. Now I bought some XRP in October and sold it in January. And I made money on that, profited, cashed it out. Thank you very much. But I didn't sell this yet. So this is up 300% from 58 cents to $2.39. It's about $3,000 worth of XRP right there that I have. So yep, I have some XRP. I'm just in it for the profit. I don't care about the project. I read an article that if you spend $100 in Doge in 2020, it'd be approximately $9,000. Yeah, at the low in 2020, like back in April when it was like 0.002 a Doge. Could be. How many Doge would that have been? $100, 0.002, 50,000 Dogecoin. It's now worth $11,000. That's correct. D, that's absolutely correct. I'm guessing about that 0.002 price. We can go here on the weekly. Zoom back to 2020. It was down in that area. At the low, 2020, like at the bottom of that dip. Yeah, it's actually this whole area, 0.002. Anywhere from March to April 2020. Sorry, that's in the way. Anywhere in here, 0.002. So yeah, $100 of Doge, if you spent that 5 years ago, $100 would now be $11,000. Yep. That's pretty cool. We're in the red on the week in Doge now. We have to get up to, where did we start the week at? About 23.2. 23.2 in order to turn green for the week. Bull Run, thanks for the super chat. $3 Doge, let's go. All right, let's do it. Thank you, appreciate it. $3 Doge. No effing way. $100 to $11,000. You'd be happy with 40 cents again? The Doge IndyCar is the ultimate under Doge, defied all odds already to get into the race. All it took was money. The House of Doge. Sponsorship. I could sponsor an IndyCar and just have KrissPax written all over it if I gave him enough money, right? That's all it takes. But Dogecoin, that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. 10 days until the Indy 500. 10 more days. Is it going to do anything for Dogecoin's price? No. But it's a fun thing. It's just one of those things, right? No Bitcoin cars racing, no Ethereum, no Solana, no XRP. No, it's Dogecoin. It's Dogecoin. Your first ever purchase of Doge was Feb 2021. Mine was January 2021. The car's going to the moon. Hope it's after the finish line. Dogecoin's going to hit 30 cents to match the number. Yeah. I'll take that. 10 days. 10 days to 30-cent Doge. You keep going, Bull Run. You keep going. Just talk about $3 Doge, and then $1 will absolutely happen. Absolutely. Guaranteed. Will I do more late night streams? Yeah, eventually. Here and there. We'll throw them in. Yep. Mostly it's going to be when I've got other things going on, when I normally stream earlier. It's just easier for me to do it at 4 o'clock. But yeah, it's kind of cool, just kind of hanging out. For those that came in late, I did cover a bunch of news stories like This one, Bitcoin holding up while ETH, XRP, Dogecoin dip. Don't get distracted by short-term noise. Don't get distracted by short-term noise. And then this one, we looked at the Doge resistance chart here from Trader Allen. Actually, a decent looking chart. Again, bounce around here in this range and then eventually shoot up to 40 cents. And then we got this one, which kind of unrealistic in my opinion, because Doge pumped 3x, but that was with the Trump election and Elon and Doge and all of that. And that's not going to happen again. Not like that. I don't see that happening again like that. And then we have Ali's chart. Again, very similar to Allen's other one here with this resistance zone. 25 to 27 cents right there. That's going to be heavy resistance for Doge. We break through it though. 30 cents definitely. But not happening right now. Let's go. Late April in 2021, Doge was like all over the place. It was crazy trading going on then. Yeah, Frank, Dogecoin not really replacing the banks. Again, we're talking about just using it as a transactional currency, but not really replacing the banks. Thank you, Mr. T. Hit the like, subscribe, everyone. Appreciate it. Yeah, I wish I was as optimistic as some of y'all. Yeah, and there's some of kind of unrealistic optimism, but I get it. Nobody's listening to you, D. Happy Thursday night. Crazy new work schedule. But here we are on a Thursday night doing a late night stream. So glad you're here. So you're just going to post and post and post it to manifest it like Michael Saylor and his $1 million Bitcoin. You go, you do it. It's awesome, right? No, nobody is using Solana to do transactions. Nobody's even talking about using Solana for transactions. Solana is being used as gas fees on all that pumped out fun crap. And there's a Solana blockchain, right? That people are supposedly building on, but all I see is pumped out fun crap tokens. But nobody's talking about using Solana as a currency. That's not what Solana is built for. That's my take. Do you think MicroStrategy method of investing directly into Bitcoin is a good idea? I mean, you look at it and you look what he's done. He's turned that company into this huge thing just by buying all that Bitcoin. It's got all this attention. It wouldn't have it otherwise. It would just be a data company like it was before, doing nothing. So, hey, and also the balls on that guy, right? Think about it. What he's doing to just accumulate more and more and more and more Bitcoin. It's huge. So yeah, great idea. And now more and more companies are creating their own little Bitcoin strategic reserves. And again, and as I said earlier, that's what takes Bitcoin and moves it over into this category of store of value, total store of value. Because I covered this earlier. I mean, Jack Dorsey founded Twitter, now runs, what is it, Circle or whatever, says small businesses can be their own bank using Bitcoin. And I'm like, no. Just like Doge Empire says, most small business owners would say they need fast and cheap transactions. Bitcoin is great as a store of value, but I think it's time many realize it's not built for a global currency, which is where Dogecoin enters the stage. If small businesses want to start building a little nest egg of digital gold, they can buy some Bitcoin. But day to day for transactions, that's not Bitcoin. People aren't spending their Bitcoin. That's where Doge comes in. This Doge's rugging account is now in a timeout. How about that? And ARK Invest also says Bitcoin to $1 million. Yep. I don't know if Cathie Wood is like all, I mean, she's done some pretty bad bets at times, but the Bitcoin one is probably good. Fisher, you've been a member for 6 months now. See the dip, buy the dip. We had a nice little dip here earlier. 2143, 2144. That was a nice dip. A little lower than the one we had this morning, which was about 2170. Don't be thinking that tiny amount of Doge you're holding onto is going to become $3 anytime soon. Just buy more of what you can afford. Exactly. Yep, I will be manifesting. Bitcoin maxis will hate that for sure. Yep. And that's why I'm going to the Bitcoin conference wearing a Dogecoin shirt, because I don't care what they think either. And I will talk about Dogecoin as a currency, not Bitcoin. So we were just talking about that, Ricky Man. To buy Dogecoin, we're looking at these dips. And again, this morning we saw 21.7. This afternoon or earlier this evening, it came down to 21.5. So that might have been it right there. Are we going to see another attempt at something possibly lower? Could that happen overnight? It's going to be more weakness. Bitcoin is up over 104 now. Is Bitcoin going to come back and retest 101? If that happens, then we could see this with Doge. And you get an opportunity to buy at a little lower price. But that's kind of where we are right now, is, again, this range-bound Doge, and we're in the bottom of that range still, just kind of hanging out here around 22 cents. No real solid move yet. So there still could be some weakness. That's kind of what I see right now. Don's holding 830,000 Dogecoin. Nice bag. Awesome. Do I have Dogecoin stickers? Yes, I do. Go to my store. Link in the description below. Go to accessories and go to stickers and magnets right there. And you will see Dogecoin stickers. They're $1.99. $1.99 Dogecoin stickers. Okay. Dogecoin stickers. So link in the description below to the merch store. Get you some Dogecoin stickers. I also have shirts and hats and hoodies and bags and onesies for the little babies. You know, got a little baby in the family. Gotta wear some Doge, right? I wish it was payable with Dogecoin, but this third-party company does not accept crypto yet. So not there yet. Crazy the amount of XRP videos popping up lately saying XRP to unrealistic numbers. Exactly. Exactly. Including our friend Daryl, Crypto Daily Trade Signal Daryl. Just unrealistic. Wow, 2 million bull run. And you made a lot of money on that Pepe, that's for sure. Rolling it into Doge. That ledger is a good thing, isn't it, Jay? It's a cool thing too. It's just one of those things that's kind of cool too. You know? It's like, all right, I like that. 514,000 with Oscar. Yep. At the very least, the election rally proved that Doge is still relevant with retail. People won't shy away from pumping it. I know, Davin, right? Doge to a penny. So why not $1, right? Why not? The SWE videos are starting to show up because obviously SWE pumped again. Raul Paul is now talking a lot about SWE. Apparently he's an investor and they made him like a board member or something. I don't know. But hey, good for SWE. They've got a great product. You bought the Bitcoin t-shirts at a time when you had already gotten rid of all your Doge. So now you've got a bunch of Doge, so why not get a Doge t-shirt? Exactly. Exactly. All right, gang. Hey, that's what we got for tonight. Hey, Doge is at 22.5. So it got out of the dumps from earlier here when it was down in the 21. So that's good. Bitcoin hanging out up at 104.2. So we'll see how that looks in the morning. I'll be live again Friday afternoon, my normal time, 4 o'clock p.m. East Coast time for the next live stream. Hope you all can make it. Make sure that you're subscribed. You got your notifications on. Hope everyone has a good night or good day wherever you are in the world. We'll see you next time.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has like skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't
of this.
Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.